Went into the new year, 2019, you know what I'm saying? And I know that one of the main things that you do is you put together vision boards. You like to architect everything that you accomplish. I'm also a person that does that. I've always been into, seeing things before I even execute and make things happen.
You have a vision board that you can add strong.
Yeah, on my vision board, the head is cut off. It's like,
Somebody made body.
Well, it's like the depiction of what level I'm gonna go to. Like something
that's
else.
a picture of another man's body.
I don't really like what you said. Cut. I don't even like the way you asked that shit. The head is cut off.
Hey,
like, you know what I'm saying? I was like the way you asked the question. All right, but anyway, like a vision board, so you put everything on these vision boards, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people have asked me before, and I want to see what you say about this. How do you what do you do as far as getting the picture? You just go online, you get magazines, what do you do? Magazines.
Or go online.
Okay.
But I like magazines, I like tear, cut that shit.
Okay. Because that also is like a part of the process where you actually
Becomes
hands-on with the process.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think whatever you want, you got to visualize. You know what I mean? And you have to make that a reality. You have to focus your energy.
Absolutely.
And if you get other people to focus the same energy on the same thing, it usually happens almost 100% of the time.
Absolutely.
Focused energy. Energy is really important. And it's transferable, and it's contagious.
Right. Because there's a collective energy and there's an individual energy.
Well, it's like
the collective energy is very.
It's like when you sneeze and make someone else sneeze, you laugh and make someone else laugh, cry. When you're around stupid people talking about stupid shit, you get stupid. When you're around smart people talking about smart shit, you get smart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to, put the energy around something that's going to evolve me and be better, not energy that's going to be like something that's going to be dead weight.
So how do you handle things like what's going on with Funkmaster Flex? Just speaking about old business, the old business model.
I don't hear Flex. I haven't heard what he said. You told me. What was my response when you told me? You texted me. You said,
I'm with my daughter.
Some of my daughter. What do you fuck about that? I'll see about that shit later. And that's what I forgot about it. And then I looked and was like, what's going on? And I forgot. And then that's when I was like, Flex, I didn't have a conversation with you. I just think it's as a person that I know, I think he's doing himself an injustice and he's embarrassing himself just by being that old.
It's embarrassing for the culture.
That too. It's embarrassing that he's that age yelling like that and thinking that's the way that people should be communicating. He should be leading by example. And the things he's communicating about are old and it doesn't reap any profit, whether it's profit of money or evolution of soul.
I agree.
So it's just, what's the purpose? But it does seem very strategic. It seems like he was told what to do. But I don't understand if he understands the collateral damage, because it affects a lot of people. So if you have that mic, why not bring us together? Why always talk about things that divide us and cause, like literally I've seen him say things that have caused really ruckus in the street and dissension and more stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why won't he say something where the collateral damage is something that's positive, like, something that makes us better, something that teaches us, not something that enslaves us, But it's almost like I feel sorry for him, it's because it's a pattern. He's been doing it so long, he doesn't know how to do it a different way. You know what I'm saying? And again, I think it's very disrespectful to the people, his masters, the people that he served, that they've never given him a promotion, that they kept him at the cash register the whole time. They literally not let him stay. Get out of here, bro. They literally haven't let him live his life. You know what I mean? Like, how can you know what's going on in the real world if in a certain time period, every single day for decades, like a century, since last century, he's had to be in this particular room every single day. It sounds like solitary confinement. So I could only imagine what that life would be if I could only have to see the same thing but talk to younger people and be older. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the level of understanding he expects the people he's talking to have. He has to actually either be dumb or he has to dumb himself down to talk like to somebody that's 25 years or half his age. You know what I mean? So, and it's no disrespect, it just is. He's been on the planet a lot longer than a lot of the people he's around. So I think his ideals are very adolescent, and I think he has to push past that or want to do something else where he doesn't have to act like something that he's not.
Would you have a conversation with him? Would you say that?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? A civil one. All that yelling and all that, it's not necessary. I don't even know why. Like, he feels the need, and the reason why would be to help him and to educate him. But I don't see why he feels the need to talk to me about somebody else from another culture in this particular word that has nothing to do with him unless he feels guilty about it. I mean, maybe that was some guilt, because he, I mean, I know he must feel guilty about the fact that he won't give no one that slide after all these years. And I know every time he dips his beard and that dye, he feels guilty and puts on a lime green Yankee hat. I would feel guilty. And every time he plays a record that he doesn't like, but you understand he's a DJ that gets told what to play. And it's always been like that. He has no power at all. So he can only do what he's told, and he's used to being told, and he must like it. Because he doesn't want to leave. He's actually disguising himself as a younger person to be there.
Well, that's almost like when a person...
He's a ringer.
That's like when people...
He's now, every single day that he goes out, he's the old man in the club that he used to laugh at.
Right. It's like the philosophy of like people when they retire after working somewhere for so many years, they don't feel like they have anything else to live for. You know what I'm saying?
It's like when people go home from jail and they want to go back to jail.
Right. Because they've been institutionalized. It's like, you have some people that speak slave and you have some people that speak false. But how does a slave, how does someone that speaks slave begin to speak false?
Well, again,
from your perspective.
From my perspective, it's not about speaking, it's about thinking. You can't think slave. If you're not thinking slave, you're not going to speak slave. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even understand slave. That's why I can't hear what he's saying. I won't understand it. I won't have the tolerance or the patience to sit through it. Plus, I don't listen to gossip, especially gossip that's about me. Especially from a man. Like, it's just nasty. It's ill.
He wasn't there.
I don't know. I didn't see it, bro. And I don't even have the desire to even watch it. To watch another man talk about things that have nothing to do with it. I don't even understand how he can justify that in his brain.
Right.
That it's okay in public to keep speaking for other men, then speaking about other men from another culture, and then trying to kind of make, like discredit what I'm trying to say, and all I'm trying to do is empower us. And then try to redefine the word. Like, how does a culture vulture redefine the word culture vulture? That's what a culture vulture would do.
Right.
That's what that attack was. It just felt like
change it to fit their agenda.
It sounded like
their philosophy.
It sounded like overcompensation because of guilt and trying to convince people that he's not what he is. And again, I'm not even concerned with what he's doing. I have no profit from anything. I mean, he doesn't.
Piece to Mike Geronimo too. Piece to Mike Geronimo.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Geronimo, I didn't think he deserved that. Mike Geronimo was mad cool. I don't know what his situation was. And the clip that you put up, that we put that little clip together with what he said about
Jay would have been like Mike Geronimo.
So now he's giving credit to them for Roc-A-Fella. And that's crazy because we was going to do it with or without him, no matter what. He had nothing to do with it. All he did was slow it down and fuck it up in New York. And he did a big misjustice by breaking up Roc-A-Fella, or at least giving someone the option to break up Roc-A-Fella. It fucked up a lot of history. I'd be mad at New York. Because imagine if we would have all stayed together, pause. It wasn't like we were fucked up. We had Kanye, we had Cameron, we had the Dipset, we had Jay-Z. You understand? We had Beanie C, we had State Property, we had MOP.
And priority.
Not even at priority, I'm saying at that time, in that moment. There's nothing to see. That deal was whack and I stopped that deal. I don't even know what he's talking about. And again, he's talking about business that's not his. Period. Like, now he's putting everybody under the bus. Like, that's whack. But again, he doesn't know no better. Because he doesn't go outside. It's not like when he goes outside and gets dressed, he's trying to get girls. You understand what I'm saying?
You're dyeing your beard, you're trying to.
Nah, he's trying to keep his job. You don't see, what I'm saying? Regardless of what, my point is he must not have no female energy around him because he's worried about other men. Period. Why would I couldn't be that age worried about another man and what he did 10 years ago and what words he's saying. I just couldn't do it. There's so many other things to be thinking about. So it just so happened that today is the day that we do our taping and I do my class, or else I didn't even think I would have even, I might.
It was almost strategic, like he knows about the class. Like did he know about the class today? Did he know that we filmed?
I don't know, man.
Like what happened? Like
I don't know.
And this is the second time.
I mean, Flex, holler at me, bro. I got nothing but love, but I think we should have a conversation. I don't mind doing it publicly. If you have things that you want to ask about my business that are none of your concern, that's cool. But my question to you would just be like, why? And why do you keep defending people from another culture? And why won't you get another job? Like, why don't you give somebody else the opportunity to get that slot? Like, why don't you pass? Don't you know what the concept of sharing is? As a result, all he can do, again, I'm not about bashing people. I'm not going to do that. I prefer to have a conversation in his face. But again, just leave me the fuck alone, bro. I'm over here doing things. I'm buying companies and trying to and launching television networks. And maybe I'll hire you. You know, man, you want a slave, you want to be a slave, or you want a master, at least, why is it bad to have a black one? Pause. I wouldn't even let you do that. I'd have you do something where you own some equity in it, and I wouldn't make it where you had to be in a little box every single day in the same place for 30 straight years. I'd make sure you do your shit on vacation, maybe on a beach. I'd make sure you ran around the world and saw the world, and get your passport stamped up or something. You know what I'm saying?
But, you know.
That's big boy talk. He doesn't understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? See, he doesn't understand big boy talk. He understands in the room talk. You know, and whoever you work for, don't disrespect him, man. Give him a job, bro. Give him a promotion. You know what I'm saying? At least do that. Y'all playing him. He don't even know it. He don't know y'all playing him, but I do. We all see it, bro. Don't make him wear that little lime green hat. You know what I mean? Don't let him be a peppermint chatty patty. You know what I'm saying? He's a peppermint chatty patty.
Peppermint chatty patty.
Yeah.
But on the next one, on the next topic, you know, because we don't want to stay on that topic too long anyway, because you know,
go ahead, go ahead.
We start talking slave. You know. But one of the main things that a lot of people, in regards and connected to what you were saying about some people that just stick with a certain situation out of comfort, what I've learned is that is the biggest depletion towards anyone's dreams, is to stay comfortable doing something day to day just for a check, instead of stepping into what it is they really love to do.
The problem is what you become comfortable with. You become comfortable with the pattern.
Yeah.
So you live in this pattern, you think you have security, you think you're comfortable, but you're unhappy. You have this feeling of like, I need to escape.
Happiness is key.
So it's the pattern is what makes you think you're happy. That's the mind fuck. You know what I'm saying? Is to be able to say, if this pattern is what everyone's supposed to be great, why is everyone unhappy? It must mean that you have to do things different, a different pattern. And that's how they control us, by doing things over and over and over and over again, to where something something that's not
repetitive,
something that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Seems to make sense just because of pattern.
It's hypnotizing.
Yeah,
it's over and over again.
It's over and over again.
Right.
That's why when you look at television, the commercial plays over the same commercial over. If you hear a record, if it plays over and over again, you love it, right? Even if you hate it, you still know the words. You know what I'm saying? So that's why my pattern and my repetition is being honorable, being independent, having the same point of view from decades going into centuries of sticking together, and the currency being love. And as I've evolved, the new pattern is taking care of your woman, respecting her before everything, and taking care of your children first, and making everything you do architect around them being happy. And that's what I've learned, and that's why I'm saying it. But this pattern of talking about each other for money,
You gotta kill that.
that's a bad pattern, and anyone that does it is lame. And I think it's time for people to get Flex out of there if he's not going to change, or at least put him on BLS. He should be on Hot 97 on Kiss FM or something. You know, he should be playing some different music, bro. Like, let somebody that age talk about the music so it can be from a relatable perspective. You know, you're talking to kids these kids are making the music, so these kids are listening to it. You're not a kid, you're a grown man.
And they think it's all right to yell and have beef.
Well, he's acting like them, and he should be showing them how to act as opposed to acting like them. You know what I'm saying? And it's embarrassing. And Leon knows what he's doing. They all do. Whoever's sending him his orders, man, that's foul. Don't take the beef off who it's on, pause. It's on Leo. I want CEO beef, pause. I want that smoke. I want that conversation.
Nice
I want him to
situation.
We can just talk it out.
Yeah.
You know, no problem. We can move on. Like, really, the bottom line is people sometimes think that you can move on without addressing the elephant in the room, and that just makes things internalized, which causes sickness. Men talk respectively and then they move forward, but until they talk, it's hard to move forward. And even with Kanye, when we reconnected, I had to have that conversation with him first and tell him everything that was on my mind, and once we spoke about it, we moved on as men, and that's what men do. Men don't avoid the elephant in the room. If someone's avoiding the elephant in the room, it's because they have something to hide. And until you address the elephant in the room, how do you expect somebody to have closure and move forward? So yeah, let's address the elephant in the room. I'm down. So we can move forward. This shit is bubblegum shit. And I'm not selling no old work. I don't sell old Roc-A-Fella. I don't sell nothing Roc-A-Fella. Everything I have is brand new right now. I worked hard to recreate a whole new brand representative reflective of me. I invested in me. I fought those wars alone. I didn't ask for no help because I wanted y'all to see me do it. That's boss talk. You fight for what you love. And that should be all you're fighting for.
Right.
And anything else is a waste of time, a waste of space. And if maybe nobody sees you learn your lesson, you're gonna learn your lesson alone. You're gonna learn your lesson when you're in that dark room by yourself. And that's the only way you're gonna be able to get yourself out, is to free your mind. It's about your perspective. We're gonna win. We're not gonna have to ask. We're gonna earn. We're gonna eat the food we kill respectfully. And they have to respect that. The more you prepare, the more you care. You can't blame people because you're not preparing. Just can't do it. Hate is whack. Love is dope.
Absolutely. In your mind, is there anyone from the culture that you feel you need to be up for? Well, you said, I'm speaking to him.
He's not from the culture.
I'm saying from the culture, though, not but anyone that you feel like you need to really have a sit down talk with to iron some things out.
Yeah, they know who they are.
Yeah.
They know who they are. I just think people that are treating me unfairly and, painting a picture, and I just don't know why they do that and why they've done that. And really, once you do that, they're out of my life. But my only purpose of talking to them is so they don't do that to other people. You know what I mean? Because I ain't got to work with none of these people. They don't affect nothing. And y'all see that. What y'all see is it doesn't matter if people like you, hate you, if you're popping, whatever. As long as your work is good and you're consistent and you're honest, you will stay alive. Period. As long as you respect the art. And that's all I've ever protected was the art. Like, you gonna knock me for trying to protect artists? And, what artists? Every artist I touch, they rich. I'm the one that looks like I'm struggling. Ain't nobody, everyone that I've been a part of helping get to where they gotta go is running culture right now. 20 years later, because I taught them how to be sustainable. Why y'all mad? Don't be mad at the teacher. That's like everyone mad because I'm a teacher, just because it came in this form, because it's in a funny tone. Fuck how I'm saying, just listen to what I'm saying. Yeah, I like to entertain myself.
I used to talk to you, say, hell, what I'm saying.
That's what everybody worried about, my tone. They never listen to the words. Smart people listen to the words, and that's why I keep smart people around me. You know what I mean? Smart in the sense that they know that, again, it's not really about perception, it's not about what people think or money. It's about your quality of living.
I agree.
It's about being healthy.
I feel like going into the new year, I think that everybody listening, if you do have a situation with anyone, figure out a way where you can sit down and have a conversation.
Talk it out, man. Don't do it on Instagram, man. Like, only reason why I'm fucking.
And don't tell somebody else about it. Go to that person. Talk to that person. So that should be something that should be done.
Let's go into 2019 positive.
Positive.
Let's put up that look
at
the good shit that we want to do and only think about that and leave all the bad shit behind and let's stick together and move forward. Like, I'm living proof that works.
Right.
Period. I'm not trying to hide it.
Because you gotta remember, everything that you hold is a poison, and the outer game is always reflective of the inner game. What's happening? This is the big homie Kenyatta. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube page. And if you haven't already, hit the notification so you can get an alert each and every time our hip hop motivation videos come up. And also, thank you for your support. Peace and blessings.
But if you just go out into the world without praying and meditating, then you're susceptible to all this stuff. The news, the media, people's opinions, what people are saying, the gossip, you're susceptible to all that stuff. But if you're praying and meditating, you rise above it. You notice it, but it doesn't bother you. Because you're not in that world. You're not much higher frequency, you see. So, my daily routine begins with, I wake up, I get into great gratitude about the day. I go to my mat and do my yoga. And then I go to the gym and do a workout with the trainer. Then I come back and meditate. And then I make my green shake for my body temple. Get my shower on and all that, cleanliness. Get ready, come to the office. And then sometime during the day, like right now, this would be my meditation time.
When you writing a book, Dave?
I'm writing. I also have a book. I have a book called Culture Vultures. Yeah,
What's it called?
It's called Culture Vultures. Have you ever looked at the Hip Hop Motivations that I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Me and Kenyatta did a book, and it's already written. He wrote it. We done with it, and I'm also giving it out in different ways. So it's gonna be an auditory experience as well.
Listen, for mad years I walked around with my neck looking like a Nestle Crunch bar. I had to do something about it. What I found is that a razor bump is nothing but an ingrown hair that curls into the skin and causes the skin to become enlarged or inflamed, making it look like a bump. But it's not a pimple. It's a hair that grows into the skin causing inflammation. You have to remove that hair, and then you have to use yourself a nice skin astringent, something that can do the trick, something that can get rid of those razor bumps. So what did I create? Bump Assassin, organic skin astringent. To order your own bottle of Bump Assassin, go to hiphopmotivation.bigcartel.com. Yo, you can either think of a master plan or get mastered by somebody else's plan. Check it. As a barber, one of the most important life lessons I learned is to never do anything without seeing the ending result first. Before I understood the value of seeing results, I used to waste a lot of time sometimes doing double work because I didn't have a vision of where I was going. Then I started taking consultations more serious by not even turning on my clippers until I had a clear understanding of the result my client was planning to see. And in turn, it became easier to achieve the style they wanted to see in half the time. Real talk, the most successful barbers and beauticians are the ones that see the ending results before they start any service. Write this down. Before making any moves, know where you're going. Deciding from thoughts of being sick and tired of something, starting something, or admiring something can be the emotions that fuel change. Because write this down. Emotion leads to passion, passion leads to action, and action leads to results. Word up. Question: what's the #1 killer of dreams? If you said fear, you're wrong. Fear is on the list, but it's not the #1 killer. The #1 killer of dreams is comfort. The comfort of a good paying job or in an active relationship can seduce us for many years into the rhythm of accepting things without making any moves to change, further numbing us into a state of zombie-like passiveness. Write this down. Passiveness will cause your dreams to pass you by.
Dash thing. Nah, I don't want to chill out, bruh. You know what I want to do? Believe in yourself. Build your own personal wealth. Then that becomes personal health. Think I'm rhyming. How about that?
Everything go down here. Just gotta, know what I mean, be a little smart.
I see you grooving right now. I was in my groove. Yeah. Ooh. I started daydreaming. I started thinking about something.
I'm a musician.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to spend all kinds of money. I like the dollar, I like the euro, I like the pound, I like the franc pause, I like the yen.